Hello, everyone. Happy Monday and welcome back to Global Freedom Conversations Live. We are happy to be back with you. And today we're coming back to you with another wonderful topic here. So here's our topic. Connie, do you want to read it?
Sure. So our topic for today is we are now on episode 38. It's about mindset shifts that create long-term change.
Yes, that's our topic for today. But before we get started, let us introduce ourselves. So, hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I'm originally from Mexico, now residing in North Carolina with my family. I am a wife, a mother of three, a grandmother of two. I'm a former educational assistant and a proud digital business owner.
Hi there, my name is Falak Shirazi, residing in Indiana, USA, mom of three, a former educator, and nowadays I'm working as an optician plus a proud digital owner as well. Thank you.
Are you online?
Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. This is Connie. I'm originally from the Philippines. Mabuhay to everyone. And I'm now residing here in the beautiful place of British Columbia, Canada. I'm a wife, a stepmom, a grandma, and a great grandma, and a digital business owner. Thank you.
Hello, this is Maimuna. I'm originally from West Africa, Sierra Leone, living in Indianapolis, USA. I'm a wife, a mom, and a healthcare, also a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anna Toure. I'm from Senegal, West Africa, currently living here in North Carolina. I'm a wife, a mom, a stay-home mom, and proud digital business owner and a mentor. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Patsy. Originally, I came from Brunei with my husband, and now we're residing in Edmonton, Alberta, and I'm a retired home care nurse, no, caregiver, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor.
Okay, thank you, everyone. And so, our topic for today is
Global Freedom Conversations, episode 38, Mindset Shifts That Create Long-Term Change.
yes. So real change doesn't happen from doing more, it happens from thinking differently because your mindset shapes your decisions shape your actions, and your actions shape your results. So today we're talking about the mindset shift that creates not just temporary progress, but lasting long term change. Okay.
So today's point is point one, from fixed mindset to grow mindset. Point two, from perfection to progress. Point three, from external validation to internal alignment. Point four, from all or nothing thinking to sustainable habits. Point five, from outcome focus to process trust. From point six, from fear based decision to align decision.
Yeah, so this is the points that we're going to be talking about today. And here is our fourth point.
So our first point is from fixed mindset to growth mindset. For me, this mindset shift was very real. When I first started, I had so many limiting thoughts. I'm not techie. I'm too late to start. I don't know if I can do this. I believe those things like they were facts. But through this journey, with the help of training and our supportive community, I learned to shift the thinking. Instead of saying, I can't, I started saying, I can learn. And that changed everything. Research from Carol Dweck shows that people with a growth mindset, those who believe they can learn and improve, are more likely to keep going even when things are challenging. And that's what I experienced. I didn't become confident overnight. I grow into it by learning, practicing, and staying open. In life, it's not about what you know right away. It's about being willing to grow into who you can become. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. And yes, from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, it's not about your past, it's not about what you've been through, it's about who you can become. So, there's always time to change, to have a better life. All you have to do is be willing to learn. It's never too late. Here we are, all of us here, we came from different backgrounds, from different um, from different jobs, from different countries, different ages, and we are here doing this business. So if we can do it, you can do it too. So let's go to point number 2.
Point number 2, I'll be talking about from perfection to progress. Perfection keeps people stuck. Progress keeps people moving. So that is very well said. When you are in progress, you feel day by day, you are progressing, you are going to the next step. So for me, my growth depends and I relate it to showing up every day. As I show up every day, I learn something new. So that is adding on my capabilities, my learning skills, my communication skills, and my confidence. So perfection creates pressure, but the progress create momentum, and that is you need every day. When you focus on progress, you take action instead of waiting for the perfect moment. Consistency in small steps build real confidence and lasting outcomes. Success does not come from being perfect, but it comes from showing up and moving forward each day with your strong why, with your ultimate goal. Behavioral search shows that perfectionism is strongly linked to procrastination and avoidance behaviors, while focusing on progress increases consistency and follow through. Long term change does not require perfect action. I will leave my word here. It requires consistent action. Done is better than perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, progress doesn't require perfection. If you wait for perfection, you'll be waiting for a long time. You'll be waiting and waiting because perfection doesn't come before action. You have to take action. And once you're in the process, you start learning, you start getting confidence, and you start growing. So, you have to stay consistent, and you will see how your life starts to change. We're moving on to point number 3.
Thank you, sisters. Thank you, Farah. From my point is from external validation to internal alignment. So when actions are driven by external validation, likes, comments, recognition, you are placing your consistency in someone else's hands, and that's unpredictable. Some days the response is high, for example, and you feel motivated. In the other day, it's quiet, and suddenly you start questioning everything. That's where most people, some of us, fall off. But when you shift to internal alignment, everything changes. You are no longer asking, are people providing of this? You are starting asking, does this reflect who I am becoming? That question builds a different kind of discipline because alignment isn't emotional, it is intentional. And I can say it's waking up and showing up not because you feel validated, but because you are clear on your direction. And clarity creates stability. You can say that. So even when no one is clapping, you're still moving. And when it's like some days, even when it's quiet, you are still committed. Like all of us, some days we are even we don't feel like about it, but we have to commit ourselves. We have to show for our business. So how we feel like we're still committed to show up and to be consistent every day. So that's the difference between short bursts and motivation and long-term consistency. External validation might get us started, but internal alignment is what sustains us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anna. We can't be going by external validation, waiting to get validated by others. A lot of times, we I guess start comparing ourselves, and we expect other people to get us validated, but that's not what really life is about. Right? Life is about internal alignment, internal validation. Like when you know your worth, when you know what you want, when you have that peace, when you know that the things that you're working for are the ones that matter. That's all that you need. You don't have to depend on anybody's validation or their opinion, because you know your worth, right? You know your why. Why are you doing the things that you're doing? Okay, we're going to move to the next point.
Yes. Point number 4 is from all or nothing thinking to sustainable habits. I'm really glad we are having this conversation today. I want to talk about something that quietly holds a lot of people back, and that this idea that change had to be big to matter. You know that feeling. Like if you are going to start something, it has to be a complete life overhaul. But the truth is, that kind of thinking is exactly what leads to burnout. Because we go all in with extreme effort is usually not sustainable. Life happens, things got busy, and when we can't keep up with that intensity, we feel like we have failed. But research in habit formation shows something very different. Small, consistent actions actually lead to stronger long term results than big, short bursts of effort. So it's not about doing everything perfectly, it's about doing something consistently. Instead of asking, how do I do more? Try asking, what can I do consistently even on my busiest days? Because real transformation doesn't come from one big moment, it comes from the small steps you repeat daily. It's choosing to show up even when it's not perfect. It's one step forward even if it feels small. It's, it's staying committed even when the excitement fades. Over time, those small actions start to build momentum and they become habits. And those habits shape your results. So if ever felt that you're not doing enough, maybe the answer isn't to do more. Maybe it is to stay consistent with what truly matters, because at the end of the day, consistency always beat intensity. Thank you.
Thank you, Patsy. And I think a lot of us wait a long time to take action or to start doing something because we think that change has to be big, right? You know, a lot of people say go big or don't do it. But what really matters is those consistent small steps that you do every day. You know, you have to repeat those steps every day. Stay consistently active. Create, you know, those small steps that you're doing, even when you don't think that you're doing a lot, you're gonna see all of a sudden how that's adding up to your transformation. So consistency is always gonna beat, you know, those big changes that people think that you have to do. It's not about doing big, it's about doing it every day, being there, present, plugging in every day. Okay, we're gonna go to the next point.
Okay, thank you, Percy. So point 5, from outcome focus to process trust. Focusing only on result can lead to frustration when progress feels slow. Performance psychologist research shows that individuals who focus on process daily, action and routine are more likely to maintain long-term progress than those focus only on outcomes. The result is built in the process. When you trust the process, you stay consistent long enough to see the outcome. So point number 5 is shifting from outcome focus to process trust. A lot of people quit too early, not because it doesn't work, but because they are only watching the results. And when the result feels slow, frustration kicks in. But here is the truth. Results are not where success starts. Success starts in the process. It is the small daily action, showing up, learning, staying consistent, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Think about it like this. You don't plant a seed today and expect tree tomorrow. You water it, you nurture it, and you trust that growth is happening when even when you can't see it yet. The same applies here. When you trust the process, you remove pressure from instant results and focus on what you can control: your effort, your discipline, and your consistency. And over time, that process builds the outcome. So instead of asking why I am not seeing result yet, shift your mindset to am I committed to the process daily? Because if you stay consistent long enough, the result have no choice but to show up. Thank you.
Thank you, Mamona. And you know, just to say something, we are all immigrants from different parts of the world, from different walks of life, doing this business. And even though we're doing the same business, they're individual businesses, and we all have different results, right? Because we come from different backgrounds, we bring different experiences. And a lot of people will say, well, this didn't work for me. It's not that the business doesn't work, it's that you have to really focus and trust the process and do your part. You know, you have to, like I said before, you have to really do your training, follow the steps, and plug in every day. This is not something that is going to work overnight. It's just like any other business, even a traditional business. You don't open it the same day that you open it. It's not the day that you're going to have, you know, your business full of customers. It doesn't work that way. You have to build trust. You have to build it day by day. So, the process is there. We just have to follow it every day and trust that the process, other people have done it. We see how it works for everybody else. So if it works for them, it's going to work for us. But we have to stay consistent. Okay, we're going to move on to the next point. And point number 6 is from fear-based decisions to aligned decisions. So there was a time in my journey, where most of my decisions came from fear. I was always very doubtful. I never thought that I was capable of doing more. I always ask myself the wrong questions. What if I fail? What are people going to think? What if this doesn't work for me? And without realizing it, those questions kept me small because I was asking myself the wrong questions, right? And I would hesitate, delay, overthink, not because I didn't want more, but because fear was making my decisions for me. And a lot of times we let fear take control. And the truth is, fear feels real, it feels protective, but most of the time, it doesn't move you forward. It keeps you exactly where you are. Everything began to change when I shifted the way I made decisions. Instead of asking, what if this goes wrong? I started asking, does this move me closer to the woman I want to become? Is this aligned with the life I'm trying to build? And that shift changed everything because aligned decisions feel different. They're not always comfortable. And we all know that. We have done so many uncomfortable things since we started this business, especially doing these go lives, just being present in front of other people, talking when we were not used to this. I wasn't social before I started this business, and this was one of my biggest challenges. But, even though it wasn't comfortable, but it was clear that I needed to do this. They may come with fear, but they're rooted with purpose. Research in decision-making psychology shows that fear-driven choices often lead to avoidance, while value-based decisions increase long-term satisfaction and consistency. And I experienced that personally. When I started choosing from alignment, I stopped waiting. I stopped overthinking, and I started moving forward with intention. Not perfectly, but with clarity. So if you've been feeling stuck between what feels safe and what you truly want, maybe it's time to ask yourself a different question. I am choosing this because it feels comfortable or because it aligns with who I'm becoming. Because the life you want is built through decisions that align with your future, not with your fears. And I want to leave you with this today. Fear keeps you in a place, but alignment moves you forward. Choose based on who you want to become, not what you are afraid of. So this was my point, and let's see what's the key takeaway for today. Connie, we can't hear you.
Sorry, it's muted. Our takeaway today is if you want long-term change, start by shifting how you think, not just what you do. Because your mindset is the foundation of everything you build.
Yes, that is true. And what is our message for our audience? Anna, we can't hear you.
Sorry, I was muted too. So for today's message is a comment. Shift if this resonate with you, or messages if you are ready to create change that lasts. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. And let's see what's our topic for next Monday.
Next Monday's topic is episode 39, letting go of what no longer fits.
Yes, that's our topic for next week. And we're here every Monday at the same time, every Monday. And so letting go of what no longer fits is a powerful topic that we're going to be talking about. It's a powerful conversation about releasing what no longer aligns, creating space for growth, and stepping into a new season with clarity. So don't miss it. Come join us next Monday. And well, guys, we have come to the end of our live today. We do want to thank you for being here with us, for your support, and for your comments, your emojis. God bless you. Have an amazing rest of your week, and we will see you again next Monday. So,
Thank you.
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye
Thank
for
you.
now.